So, yeah, so I'm out here at a park here, man, and I hope this stuff ain't too loud. Folks out here cutting grass. But I just decided to get out this morning and just kind of enjoy the morning breeze. It's a little bit cooler than it's been, so yeah, I just decided to get out for a minute. But I wanted to talk for a minute, man, and talk about uh, some things that I kind of been dealing with here lately. And yeah, so probably about maybe, what is this, 2024? Maybe about 8 years ago, um, I had a stroke, and it was a small stroke. And you know, they say those are kind of the warning signs of something bigger. But, you know, I didn't really pay it any attention. And, you know, I just kind of kept going on with my life or whatever. I am a diabetic, so I should have paid it more attention, but I didn't. Didn't realize that it was still actually doing damage. But yeah, so fast forward to 2019, and I had another one. And this one was a little bit bigger and really started to cause some damage. Now, even before I go on with this story, this is not a sob story, okay? This is not a story where, you know, y'all need to feel sorry for me. This is for inspiration. This is about doing something and getting out and pushing past things that may be considered our limitations. But anyway, the second stroke of 2019 caused more damage than I thought. I started having weakness in my legs, and I developed this condition that's called drop foot, where my foot doesn't flex like it should. I can't flex it. So when I pick my foot up, it drags, and that caused me to trip a lot. And it was something else, man. It was something crazy, for real. But it was something that I learned to deal with. But in doing that and in dealing with it, it still caused some insecurities. I'll tell you about those. So some of the insecurities that I dealt with was, you know, I'm having problems walking. I walk with a limp. And when you go places, especially doing photography and videography, you know, everybody else is kind of running around and doing their thing, and those are things I couldn't do. And so it caused me to be very self-conscious about what I did. When certain jobs would come about, I would purposely price myself out of that job so it didn't look like I was turning it down. It was, you know, where they just didn't accept my price, when in reality, that was done on purpose. And, you know, things like that just really got to me. My vision is not as good as it used to be, and like right now, I'm actually blind in one eye. And I still can see and I still can shoot and do my thing, but when all this stuff first started happening, it really caused some insecurities. And if I'm completely honest, it still does. So I really had to dig deep to even get out here and shoot this video, because some things have happened, you know, in the past 6 months that was really discouraging. You know, I got scammed out of a camera, and so for a while I didn't really have what I wanted to shoot with, and I used that as an excuse. And now I have a new camera, the Canon C300, the original, the camera that I had been looking at for years. I have that camera. I'm actually shooting with it now, and there'll be another video on that. But it's like every excuse that I had was being taken away. It was almost like God was saying, "You're supposed to do this. You should be doing this. None of these excuses are gonna fly." So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm trying to get myself out and start not only shooting the YouTube videos again, but just creating in general and really pushing myself to stop the procrastination, push past my own insecurities, and make this work. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna keep shooting anyway. So yeah, just insecurities all over the place. Like even doing this, standing in the middle of this road here, doing this is something that, I never really would do because I walk with the limp and I'm unbalanced and all of that, so I wouldn't do it. But I'm telling you, man, all that's finna change. I'm finna get out here, for real. So in Kirk's video, and I'm gonna put a link to it down in the description, but in the video, he talked about being afraid to fail and being afraid that people ain't gonna rock with you or they're not gonna rock with whatever it is that you're doing. And for me, the crutch for that was these physical ailments that I suffer from. And it was easy, right? It was easy to just say, man, it's hard for me to walk in certain areas, so I'm not gonna do this. Or, I can't see that well, so I don't wanna drive out here and do this. And it became easy, and I used it as a crutch. But when I think about it, honestly, it was just, I was scared about what people would think, and not even always what they would think about my limp and things like that. But I was afraid that what I created wouldn't be up to par. And that's always been something that I've been insecure about. And I mean really insecure. I can't tell you how many projects I've deleted just because I thought they weren't good enough. I've done short films that people have loved and I have no idea why. And I know we always say we are our worst critics, but for me, some of that stuff is just garbage, and it's been a hindrance, I will say, to get things completed. And I think when I saw Kurt's video, even though there's been other people that have made videos dealing with the same issue, I think when I saw his, that was kind of the, you know what, either you're gonna do it or you ain't. One of the two, but stop procrastinating, stop making excuses, and make the decision to either do it or go sit down somewhere. So that's why I'm out here today. How I'm shooting this video is something that I just didn't want to do. I got to go to all these different places and set the camera up, and that involves me walking and all that kind of stuff. Even though things are better, I have a brace that I wear, so things are better. Again, a lot of it was just excuses. But let me be of some encouragement to somebody right now. Don't let anything stop you from doing whatever it is that you do. If it's some physical things that's going on, figure out ways to keep doing whatever it is you do. I understand situations come up, and I understand things happen, and sometimes there's just no way around stopping. But make sure that it is not an excuse, that it is an actual reason that you would have to quit something. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Keep pushing, keep going, keep creating, and one thing always remember, clean the lens. I'll get with y'all later. Peace.